The yacht in front of me is a 2022 Greenline 39 Hybrid. This yacht is presented for sale by Yacht Sales International. They've granted me access on board to conduct a full yacht tour, and I think you're going to really enjoy this one. Now, a Greenline 39 is actually one of the first yachts I've ever stepped foot on when I first started this channel. And I know some of you might be a little bit confused. Tony, what do you mean when you say hybrid? I'm going to get more into that later on in the tour, but long story short, this yacht can be operated in the traditional sense with its diesel engine, but it also has a system called H-Drive, which is a hybrid system where you can operate this yacht on fully electric power. Like I said, we'll get more into the details of that later on in the tour, but for now, let's get started with this Greenline 39 Hybrid tour. We're actually going to come on board right on the bow. Let's close this up behind us and slip our shoes off. So here up on the bow, you have your sun pad in the middle, and you have the bimini top that's built in. And then down in this hatch, you'll find an extremely large locker where you can fit fenders. You also have your anchor chain storage, and it looks like you have a washdown. Now we're going to head back on the starboard side, and I think we'll head back to the cockpit first before we head inside. Now this yacht has an asymmetrical cabin, and what I mean by that is because the yacht is only 39 feet in length, they actually removed the full side deck on this side. You can see if you need to, there is a handrail up there, so if you need to get over here, you can. But the main side deck is over here on the starboard side. So this increases the space on the inside. And then here you have your very open cockpit layout. So this yacht is 39 feet in length, of course. The beam is 12 feet and 4 inches, and it has a draft of 2 feet and 11 inches. So I think with that beam, considering the size, I personally like the asymmetrical setup, and I'm seeing that on a lot of modern, smaller yachts like this. And back here in the transom, you see you have your bench seating area over here. You have a small seat right here. And of course, there's storage underneath these seats. And then off the back of this yacht, you actually have a built-in transom, and this will fold over, creating your swim platform. You can see you have a tiny, tiny platform right here. But you do have a remote control, and this is powered. So let me grab that. And you'll see at the push of a button, you'll see how your transom wall will rotate down. Let's make sure our line isn't getting stuck here. So now you can see the transom wall is all the way down. If you're trying to have some fun jumping off the back of the yacht, this is perfect for that. So one reason this is a great feature is this yacht is set up to use a mooring ball in an extremely practical way. A mooring ball is basically where you, instead of being tied up at an actual dock in a marina, you can be out on the water, moored up to a ball. And because of the hybrid system, a lot of the electrical systems will be completely powered. And like I said, we'll get into that in a little bit. But if you are taking a small dinghy or tender up to this yacht, you can have that remote control. And with the push of a button, this will come down. You can drive right up to your boat and step aboard. Additionally, there is an option to install a davit over on this side, and this is where you could house a small dinghy off the back of the yacht. And this is nice because it increases the cockpit space. So you could throw some freestanding furniture out here. You really have a lot of different options. So now I'm going to raise this back up with that remote control. And we'll make sure our lines are staying out of the way. And And then once the transom wall is back up, you can lock this into place, just for safety purposes. Now, on this yacht, the engine is actually located under the floor in the main salon. So you have these two large hatches, and instead of actually having engines here, let me open up one of these. You can see this is on a gas strut, so it's very easy to open. And you have a ton of storage space down here. Let me show you this from the other side. And it's basically mirrored on the opposite side. So I'll just open up this one. You have tons of great storage down here. So you have to let me know what you think of this cockpit down in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this transom wall design. I think it gives you a lot of flexibility. Like I said, you could add additional seating, or you could use it as your traditional swim platform. You have a lot of different options back here. And I'm also noticing you have a side access door right here. So it's very easy to get on and off the yacht depending on how you are tied up. So now we're going to step into the main salon. And right away, you're going to notice that this is a galley aft layout. Right now, the door is already slid open, and this window is opened up, but this will completely close off. Let me just do this in reverse order. You can see how that bar top flips over, and then these support beams get pushed in. So this is a really nice design on a yacht this size. It really opens up the space. And if we step inside, you'll see the galley right here. So you have your sink, you have a 2-burner induction cooktop, and then the fridge and freezer are on this side. And then you have a microwave down here. You'll see this cutout right here. There is a TV in here that will rise up. And then forward, you'll find your dining area. This is a high-low table, so you can lower this table down and throw another cushion on top, so you have an extra berth. That's always useful on a smaller yacht like this. And then continuing forward, you have the helm station. Here you'll see you have twin multifunction displays. You have your bow and stern thruster, the throttle control. You have your autopilot system. This is the switch for switching from diesel to electric systems. I'll talk about that more in a moment. And then you also have your VHF radio. One really impressive feature is the side access door. And this yacht can easily be docked single-handedly. Because the door is right here, you can see your spring cleat, and all of the controls can be operated with one hand or arm over here, so you can step out if you need to. You can navigate just with one arm, and then you have full vision and control of what's going on out here. And like I said, with your spring cleat right here, it's really easy to tie yourself up. And then you do have a double lift bolster seat and an additional step right here, just to make it a little easier from coming in and out of that side access door. So before we get to the cabins, I think we are going to open up this large hatch, and then this is where your single engine is, and then we'll talk about the hybrid system in more detail. So I have to lift this cushion up just a little bit. But this large hatch is on a gas strut. So although the hatch is massive, it's still really easy to open up by yourself. And here you'll see the single Volvo Penta engine. This is a D3 engine. It's 220 horsepower. The top speed of this single diesel engine is 18 knots, and you can cruise at 7 knots and you would get an impressive 1,000 nautical mile range. Now right behind this engine, and I am told you are able to step right in the middle here, but here you can see the clutch, and then further behind that, if you look down there, that gray box, that is the electric motor, and I believe that is a 10 kilowatt motor, and that is part of the H-drive system I was talking about. So this yacht has a large bank of lithium polymer batteries. So essentially how this system works is, while this diesel engine is running as a traditional yacht would, the electric motor back there serves as a generator. So all of your batteries are getting powered up whenever you are operating this yacht with the diesel engine. If you want to switch it to electric mode, it's really easy to do so. Let's come over here to the helm. You can see all of your controls here. Basically what you have to do when your throttle is in neutral, you switch this from diesel to electric. And right here, this little hybrid gauge, when you are operating the engine, I believe this will say gen for generating power or electricity. So it shows that it is charging up the system. But once you switch this over, this will switch to indicate that you are running on the electric power, and then you can re-engage your throttle, and now you will be operating on your electric power. Like I said, it's pretty cool. It definitely, if you've ever driven an electric car or you've seen an electric car drive past you, you know that eerily quiet feeling. This yacht is no exception. You can cruise down the coast in your local marina or harbor in near silence, so it's definitely eerily quiet. And when you are in the electric only mode, obviously you're not going to be getting world-class performance, but you can cruise up to 5 or 6 knots, and also depending on your speed, you can get up to 20 nautical miles of range using only electric power. Now another aspect of the H-drive system is there is an array of solar panels on top of the roof, which I'll point those out later, but those solar panels will power up all of the ship's different systems. The only system that it can't run continuously would be the AC, but you could run your refrigerator and all the other electronic systems just utilizing your solar power. So if you are docked, like I said, you can dock out on a mooring ball. You come out to your yacht, and although you're not plugged into shore power, you'll come inside, your fridge will be running as normal, you'll have cold drinks in there, ready to go for you. You'll have nothing to worry about. And I really like that flexibility of that type of system. It's pretty cool that you can be anywhere, not connected, and your appliances are still ready to go. And one last thing I want to mention, when you are just out at anchor somewhere, one last really great feature about this hybrid system is you can turn it to electric mode. Like I said, your solar panels will power all of your systems, so you won't have to have any type of engine noise or generator running in the background. You won't have any diesel fumes or anything like that. You can just sit in quiet comfort and enjoy your yacht, whether you're up on the bow, inside, or out in the cockpit. So, a lot of great things to love about this hybrid system. Greenline is definitely pushing the envelope with their designs, and their technology is only getting better and better as the time goes on. So it's really exciting to see what they'll continue to do in this space. And now I think we're going to close this up and press on with this yacht tour. All right, everyone, I walked to the end of the dock that I'm at because I wanted to show you exactly what I meant when I mentioned a mooring ball. You can see all of these yachts out there. And let me see if I can zoom in. But you can probably make out those small floating white balls out there, and those are the mooring balls that I'm referring to. So if your Greenline is docked out here, all of your appliances, all of your refrigerators, everything like that, they're going to be working, your drinks are going to be cold, and your yacht is going to be ready for you the second you step on board because of the hybrid system that's on board. So, hope you're enjoying this tour. Let's get back to it. So, we've seen the main salon. We've talked about all of the features of the hybrid system. I will quickly point out you do have 2 different skylights up here, so you have great ventilation and natural light. You can create a really great cross breeze with the open side access door. And this yacht is a 2-cabin layout. Really quick, take a look at the beautiful single-piece windshield. So you have 2 cabins down here and a single head. Here is the master cabin. One thing I really love on this yacht, beyond just all of the storage built in, you also have these windows built in. So you get lots of natural light in here. There is a hatch underneath that sun pad. And then you have your closet over here. A little TV up on the wall. And then you do have storage underneath the bed. And the head is also an ensuite. You have more storage built in over here. And then here you'll find your sink and toilet. And impressively, you have a separate shower stall. You can also see the door to that ensuite, or day head, excuse me, however you're going to be using it, right here. And the second cabin is right over here. We have a little you have a little seat. You have your closet and 2 single beds tucked away down here. And you can also remove these, but you do have a skylight above. So you have more natural light, and it doesn't feel too claustrophobic in this second cabin. So if any of you are interested in learning more about this Greenline 39 or the hybrid system, ask some questions down in the comment section. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Here you can see some of the technical specs of the Greenline 39. So I'll just hold this here for a second. I also did want to mention that this yacht is available as the hybrid option as we're seeing today, but it's also available as a fully electric model. So you can check out Greenline's website to learn more about that specific model. All right, guys, and here are the solar panels on top of the roof. And this is what powers the bank of batteries when the engine isn't running. And then, like I said, when the engine is running, you have the electric motor acting as a generator to power up your battery bank. Again, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this one down in the comment section down below. And thank you to Yacht Sales International for granting me access to do a tour of this Greenline. I'm going to link them down in the description if you want to see this model in greater detail. But we'll catch you next time.